do you hear? Some scratching and scraping. There it is. What are you doing, Scott?
Plastering. Old-fashioned type plaster.
Yeah?
Now,
What you holding in your hand?
the hawk and a bucket scoop.
Nobody believes that you can really do this.
What's that?
Nobody really believes that you're a pro at this.
Well,
Not that they, I mean, some people that don't know you know it's shocked.
right,
He's doing plastering?
right. People say, "Oh, that's hard."
And you'll be
I
like,
hire
"Yeah, it
professionals
is."
when I need to do that. I think you're pretty smart. I, on the other hand, taught myself how to do plaster.
How'd you learn it?
Well, my father taught me how to finish concrete when I was a teenager because he needed the help. So I do know how trowel works, which I didn't know that was a skill that everybody couldn't figure out just by picking one up, but it's not. The thing that is hard to learn is that gravity is working against you when you finish concrete. Gravity's on your side. It comes out of the truck, it falls on the ground, and you're sort of done. This, you can wind up dropping it all on the ground, which is not the point. And it takes a little bit to learn how to use this thing and keep it off the ground.
Is this your finished coat or is this a scratch
No,
coat?
this is base coat.
A base coat.
Yeah, the finish will go over the top of this.
So this has to be fairly smooth, but not smooth like the final finish.
This is essentially filler.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I need to leave this a little bit rough, not super rough, but a little bit, so the next layer, gauging plaster, will stick to it.
Okay.
And that's like what's in the bedroom.
All right. So how important is the mix for this particular batch? Real important?
Not as important because it's going to get covered up, so if it's not perfectly smooth, it doesn't really matter. But
Where are you getting your plaster?
sand and base, sand and gravel. Only place in Seattle I could find it.
And you figured out a better type to get than maybe the first comes out, right? Because it gave
For
you
the top coat,
for the top coat.
this is called Imperial. This is Imperial base coat. Then we're covering over the top of that with a product called Diamond. It's all U.S. gypsum products. USG. They do a bunch of drywall stuff as well. Normally, what I just did right there, setting the hawk on the ground, would be bad business, but
You write your own rules.
I write my own rules, and this is not a finish coat, so I can pick up a bunch of grit doing that. Oh, see there, that's part of the problem too. Is you're trying to work fast, and
Your wife
speed
wants
and
to video
perfection
you.
are at odds with one another.
Okay. Speed and perfection are at odds with one another in this game.
in most games,
In most games.
but
So what you started with was an already plastered wall, right? Or no,
Above.
this used to be a doorway, right?
so this has blue board and behind it, which is the special kind of plaster board. It's like blue sheetrock.
Right.
And that is specially made to work with this plaster. So it'll stick, and then trowel this right onto the blue board. Breath.
Yeah, you're working hard.
You trowel this onto the blue board. Supposed to put on like an 1/8 of an inch,
Yeah.
and then then you can put like another 1/8 of aging plaster over the top of that. In this case, I'll put a little more base because I'm trying to fill. Where you bring an old-fashioned plaster lath wall up to this material, it's hard because you wind up with a lot of space you have to fill up to get them to the same level.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that means sometimes I have to put on a little bit more material. Normally I wouldn't pick material up off the floor either, but
Right
again,
on roll. So this is the little hallway that's off of the living room. See the kitchen through there. And I think one of the things we love about this house is just that these little spaces that have doors and those little moments. This is gonna have shelves. And Scotty put in an outlet box down there for me, so I'll be able to have power on the end of the hallway. Yeah. All right, good job, bud.
so that's ready for top coat.
Okay.
So we cut a slot in this wall to get a stud in because I needed to reframe that door, which is only 28 inches wide, so I needed a stud that went all the way up to the plate.
Right.
So I cut a 4-inch wide notch, put that stud up, and then put a cripple on the inside and all the normal framing business.
Why'd you do that? Well, it was a skinny door.
It was a skinny door. To get a 30-inch door
Yeah.
in a 24-inch hole,
Yeah.
the framing wasn't there to do that.
So all the doors now are taller. They're all the same width.
Yep.
And they're beautiful brand new doors, which Scott just put hardware on and spent a ton of time getting this all nice.
I took this one down so I wouldn't get plaster all over it since it's an outswing.
Mm-hmm. Looks pretty grim, buddy, but it's on its way.
Yeah,
Have you eaten anything?
a little bit, not very much. I need to put about 1/8 on this to get it.
No, if you can see that it's pink.
That's called Plaster Weld. It's a
Plaster
product, it's this
Important
stuff
step.
made by Larson, Plaster Weld. It's pink, I believe it's PVA,
And
but I don't really know what it is. What it is magic. If you paint this stuff on,
yeah.
you can plaster over surfaces that it normally wouldn't stick to.
Oh.
It's an adhesion promoter. The other thing it does is it controls the suction of
Oh yeah.
the plaster.
Right to the water.
I don't absolutely need to use it here, but I wanna get this really close and
Ceiling, it's hard to see it, but yeah.
yeah, when you plaster over this with another coat, this sucks the water out of the mix. And the extent the wall does that, that's the wall's suction. When you paint this stuff on, it controls the suction. So you have a little bit more time before it just turns to mud, stiff sand, rock. So I painted that on. On these walls, I'll paint the entire wall with that, even though it's plaster. It's kind of an unknown plaster.
It's the 100-year-old
yeah.
stuff, right? That's what was behind the wallpaper.
Yep.
After all the wallpaper got stripped, which took an epic amount of work.
And it's, when you're plastering over this yellow surface, you have one kind of suction. When you plaster over this plaster that I put on, you have a different kind of suction. So when you're troweling the final coat, it behaves differently right here than it does right here, which is bad. So I'll plaster weld the whole wall, and then the whole wall will behave the same way. The people who are professionals at this have probably a zillion tricks to how to deal with that. I don't.
Okay.
So that's why I do it that way.
Well, we like your way.
For me, it's all about learning a way that works, not learning every way. So.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a quick step back. That's the door to the bathroom. I'm gonna shut it.
I will.
Oh, goodness. Look at that door.
Shut it all the way, because there's shit in
Doesn't
there.
have its hardware in there, but, and then this is the hallway up to the upstairs. Walls are terrible. They're the original color when we bought the house. And this is the doorway into the guest bedroom, which will all have new, also have a door.
There's the door. Finished with new hardware.
Yeah, beautiful. And this is the other door.
All right, I gotta wash it.
Good job.